from the cinco tero drill. And so in all the systems, everybody's got their 5 strikes, and we're going to work from the traditional the katana 5 strikes. So we're going to work off of the angle 1, the angle 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5. So we're going to start, we're going to partner up, and we're going to go through some basic, just our basic Fondo. We're just going to keep it as simple as possible, just so that everybody can get a taste of it. And we're going to start with our basic roof block. So, Andrew. So, when you pick your partner, we want to do our roof block. We generally play fairly hard. And so when we make our serve, you're going to advance into it, get underneath the strike, and stop the sound. Chill the water. So everybody partner up, and I'm going to walk around and make corrections and so on and so forth, and just work on your base roof block, and we're going to try to get you doing a roof block Bahala style.
One guy on that side and another guy on this side. If I see him coming that way, I'm going to push him this way because now I get my human shield, right? I don't want to come here and then you have to defend against him. I want to put him between me, right? So that's why we step off angle. So if I step off here and I go to the outside, that's my outside. Now I'm on the outside of his body, right? When I go to the inside, now I'm on the inside of his body, right? So when we do that, we're looking for the next guy behind him, or how we're going to deal with the next threat after him. The worst case scenario is going to be multiple attacks. Right? When I'm done with him, I want to be able to deal with the other guy behind him. Right? So that's why we step offline. Some will teach you step forward, right into the power of the strike. Now, if I miss that strike, he got all that to hit me with, right? And all I have is my check hand to defend it. But if I step offline and I miss this block, he might miss, right? He might just get him on the shoulder. He might miss his head. So that way we go either left or right. So if I go outside block, right? That's what I want to do because I want to go to the next guy coming here. Now, like I said, the human shield factor, Latimer's coming after him, after me, that's where you come on this side. I don't want to have to go this way and have to deal with him. I want to keep him in front of me as long as I can, right? So I'll gut him. Because you know when they say in battle, right? If you wound another soldier, it takes 2 to pick him up, take him away, right? So that's what you want to do. You don't want to necessarily kill him. You want to maim him or hurt him, so that way his boys have to deal with him, and I can get out of there. I can get my boys to come back, right? So that's kind of like the philosophy, the intent that we have to bring to bear, right? So we're not just fighting one person. Fighting multiple attackers. So the first one you learned was roof block, right? Now we're on the inside of the body, right? Now he's going to come with the 2. Now I'm going to go to the outside with a sweep block. Now I'm on the outside of the body, left to lead. Right? So we're transitioning from here, right, to here. Here off the 2. Right? And then we follow from here. We're going to hit from the 1 and the 9. Again, now if my stick's up here and he counters, then I pass here. Or if my stick's down here, then I can pass the weapon up. So that's why we follow up either the 1 and 9 or the 2 or the 11. So now we're going to chain it together. We're going to do the rope, bow, sweep, block 2, left foot lean. So we're transitioning from right foot, right to left foot. Again. There you go here. And then follow through. Okay. So if you're surrounded guys, maybe you can hook up with one of my guys, and then we can get that change that flavor up. We can follow through the follow-ups and all that stuff.
All right, so take it 3. Next thing we're going to do is mix. So our 3 comes across and cut through the midsection. So Andrew's going to do. Andrew's going to serve. You're going to advance into the block. Same follow on the inside. Right, so come strike, turn, face it, check in, weapon, follow cut, and then follow through. So then the next thing we'll do is 1, 2, 3. We'll start lacing them together. So first work on the 3, go through that back and forth a couple times, get a new partner, and then we'll start going 1, 2, 3. Right? Do an X block on the 4. So when he serves the 4, you're going to advance into his strike, disrupt the power, and your check in and your weapon come into play. Basically, so as he comes in, you're going to step straight into it and stop. Your face follow exits. As you see his wristwatch, cut it on the use will fail. So give up. So, and then after you've done that a few times, then we're going to take it, put it into the mix. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So now that illustrates something that's critical to Fondo. Each movement that you learn is an isolated component of a combat sequence. Each block that you choose is relative to where you're at, not what you want to do. So if my weapon's here and he throws a 1, it's a waste of time and energy for me to do a root block. Because if he does that, then you're better off doing an inside block. So what we're trying to do here is put this stuff in a sequence, right? Because if my weapon's here and he throws a 2, I wouldn't come up around to do a sweep block. My weapon's here. I'm going to do my shoulder, right? So now what you're doing is you're going to take these 4 things and you're going to maintain your position with your weapon. Oh, sorry, wrong one. But you see the minimum amount of movement to get from one block to the next, right? So ponder that efficiency of movement and ponder staying planted. Because remember, Uncle Leo fought in the mud and the blood and the muck on the hill, in the jungle, in the dark, and he didn't like to move around a lot because you fell and you get to places you didn't want to be. So try to plant yourself so that you can address or the X block. I'm partial to the sorry. So there you go. Work on the 4 and we'll start mixing it in. So we're going to add the final. We're going to have the final defense in there against 5. 5 being the sort of spine tickling thrust that starts from your stomach and comes out of your spine. So when the 5 comes in, on this one, we're just simply going to do a sweep and return. Now, you can do what we refer to as light and disable the arm, or heavy, and make a leap on. So give you that choice. So when the 5 comes in, you're going to turn, face it, do your check, cut, and then do the rest of your follow. If you need to make space, you're allowed to step back, that's fine. And then we'll put it into the sequence. Whoop. Right, one more time. And follow up. So that's what we're after towards the end of the drill, is to do all 5 of them. So one more time on the 5. The 5, just the 5. So learn this one first.